Hey guys, how's it going? So it's Tuesday. We've been off work for a few hours now, and we're going over to Chris and Faith's, and we're gonna hang out over there for a little bit, and we're gonna take you guys along.
Try that.
Strawberry?
Yes.
Oh, we love
We
them.
do the oranges all the time. Chocolate oranges. Yeah, they're so good. They're so hard to break apart.
That one wasn't.
We had one time. Gerald was literally banging it on the dashboard of the car, and it would not break.
I did it on my knee.
And then he hurt his knee, and it still didn't break.
Real big old chocolate bruise.
Tried to do it on Katie's head. Still wasn't hard enough.
Wow.
Oh.
It's weird how there's nothing in it, but it tastes like.
I know. Amazing.
Well, don't hog it. Give me a bite. Like, get me one. I like how it really looks like oranges. At least on one side.
Right?
He's patiently waiting.
It got stuck in my throat.
That's fine.
Okay, well, we're home from going to Chris and Faith's, and we just want to take a minute to talk because, you know, today's the 5th, which was the morning of the 5th a year ago was when I had my ultrasound and we figured out that Blaze had passed and that the blood transfusion didn't work. So I just wanted to touch on something. You know, this week's been pretty hard already, and I've had a few people tell me, like, they don't know how I do it. They don't know how I'm at work. They don't know how I'm functioning. And I just pretty much wanted to say I don't know how I'm doing it either. I used to tell myself that I was doing it because I wanted to do it for my future kids. But even now, I'm being pregnant and feeling this baby move all day. It didn't make it any easier. Like I thought it would. So when people tell me, I don't know how you're doing it, I don't know how I'm doing it either. I know I couldn't do it if I didn't have the people in my life supporting me and backing me up that I have. Like Gerald and my parents and Faith. If I didn't have those people, it would have been a whole lot harder this week. But yeah, for those of you who don't know the whole story, I was at Northside and Gerald had went to work, and I had my ultrasound that morning to check on Blaze, and he was gone, and we had to call. Well, I started having a panic attack, and then the nurse had to figure out how to get in touch with Gerald's work, and finally got in touch with him, and he came up there, and my parents had a hotel, so they were able to get there within a few minutes, and they let me go to my hometown hospital to be induced. So about right now, a year ago, I'm pretty sure I was being induced, or I was either already induced and passed out on the sleeping meds they were giving me to keep me calm.
Yeah, when where I work, it's really hard for me to pay attention to my phone because it's really loud, and I don't, you know, look at my phone unless I'm checking the time or something to see, you know, when break is getting close. And my line lead came down and told me that I needed to call my wife, and I immediately knew that something was wrong. And I ran up to the bathroom and I called her, and she said, "He's gone." And I started panicking. I didn't know what to do. And then her dad got on the phone and told me there's nothing that I can do to make it better. I can't be in a hurry. So he told me to take my time, come home and take a shower, and be careful and not to speed or get in a wreck or something, because there wasn't anything that I could really do. So I got to the hospital and I mean I broke down. So
I mean, and where Gerald works, he gets really dirty and he gets covered in nastiness. So before he could even come to the hospital with me, he had to come home real quick and shower because they wouldn't even have let him in the hospital, or much less on the maternity floor,
yeah, no.
being so dirty. So he had to even come home and shower and take that time before he could even come up to the hospital.
But I kept my cool for a good little bit for Katie's sake because I didn't want to, scare her anymore or freak her out anymore. But when we got to spend time with Blaze before he was cremated, and I didn't really break down until they actually had to take him, and that's what got me the most. I couldn't cope with it. I still can't cope with it. I mean, it was my son. I mean, I watched Katie deliver my son, and then he had to be taken away. And it's a really hard thing to do. For anybody that's been through this, I mean, we know it hurts, and yeah, it sucks.
But yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to touch on the fact that I don't know how I'm doing it, and it's just today's not even the hardest day. So I have off work on the 7th. Well, that's the day I delivered him. I have off work so that I can just relax and not have to worry about anything. And then this Saturday, we're going to celebrate him all day. And his 1 year of being in heaven, so. But this is our vlog for the day. And sorry it was so emotional. But we'll see you tomorrow.